What are you talking about? I so have been making videos for like the past month and a half. Like, have you just not seen them? You know, maybe you haven't seen them because they don't exist. So it is update time. Alright, so school and life. It's overwhelmingly like busy and everything is changing. I mean, last year, nothing happened in my life until like the very end. This year, everything's happening all the time. And people really suck, so like, I don't know, I just have a lot going on. I wish I could talk about it, but I can't. I just have so much going on in like every class. So I have this one class and like it teaches us how to like study and, well, not teaches us how to study, but like be better readers and closer like study and stuff. Stuff like that. And we're reading this book in that class called The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. Well, we already read it and watched the movie, and now we have to write our own. Like our own The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. It's basically a bunch of high schoolers writing 7-page papers on the meaning of life. So you can imagine how many people have stories that are like, and the third person I would meet would be this senior named Tommy, who will never really like me, but I just really like him. I feel like my teacher didn't think about this that much. So that's been going on. Basically, I'm sorry that I haven't been reading a lot and I haven't been updating a lot and I haven't been just making videos and focusing on my YouTube life like I used to. And I feel like this happens to me quite often and you guys are very patient with me, which I appreciate. Just know that I think about doing this every day, I just never have time, and I'm not going anywhere. I always try to make hearts with my hands and they always just look like circles, but It is also November. I actually am doing NaNoWriMo, and it's going terrible. Oh my god. I'm so behind on my word count, I never know what's gonna happen, my plot is going nowhere, I should have outlined it, my character, like, is completely insane and belongs in an asylum, and is too hung up on people that should not really matter. And I can't go back and change it because I basically have a deadline. Not really, but I kind of do. So basically, my current title is Never Wake Up, but I'm thinking about changing it. It's basically about this guy that has sleep paralysis, but it's not really sleep paralysis, it's like sleep paralysis times 1,000. Basically, when he's waking up, he can't move. Like, he can breathe and he can see and he can move his eyes, but he can't move, and he sees things in his room and he hears noises and people like aliens or whatever you want to think that they are. I don't know what they are yet. They can hurt him, and he sees demons, and he can't move until he wakes up. And this like has a really big emotional toll on him, and he's going through like big emotional stuff with a person, which I haven't figured out why yet, and he meets people that he can relate to about it, but then stuff happens to them. Yeah, I try to say what it's about, but I don't really know. There's not a specific condition. Like, I started out with sleep paralysis and kind of just exaggerated it until it's not even that anymore. It's actually something that happens to people, but to a much lesser extent. I have about 8,000 words now, and it's more than halfway through the month, so obviously I'm not going to complete it, but I tried. I'm kind of like setting a lesser goal for myself. Like, since I have like 8,000 words now, I might go for like 20, even though that's not even like halfway there. But I tried. So I also do this thing, it's the closest to doing a sport in school that I'm ever gonna do, and it's called speech team. You know what speech contest is? It's like it's a speech team. Like, you go in a room with judges and people that have your event, and you stand up there and give a speech or like a monologue or do a skit with other people or by yourself. I have 2 events, an original comedy and a humorous duet act. They're basically 8-minute speeches that I have to have memorized, which I almost do, and my first competition is tomorrow. For the original comedy, I stand up there and like act out 5 different characters, and like I have different postures and different voices for all of them, and they tell a story and just do lots of funny stuff. I'm really proud of that one. My other one is humorous duet acting, and it's kind of like, it's not very good at this point, but it will get better, and we still need to work on memorizing, and like my coaches hate us right now. I was practicing the other day with my coach and my speech partner, and I was all like, I'm so confident and I have this memorized. So like, I had the first part memorized and I was all good, and then I had to work on memorizing the last half, so I worked on that for a really long time. So I got up there, started practicing, lost the first half, like blanked out, opened my mouth to say the 3rd line, had to go to my bag and get the script and check what the line was. I moved here from another state. I couldn't remember that. That's one of those things that I'm gonna go to bed thinking about when I'm 50 years old. So that's also going on and consuming my Saturdays. Any of you seen Breaking Dawn yet? Because I haven't. And I want to because, okay, I've heard awesome things about it. Oh yeah, and first of all, I am a Twilight fan, but I'm not like a Twilight fan. Like, I read the books and I watched the movies, but I'm not like a, yay, Twilight. I'm more just like a, oh yeah, Twilight's cool. I used to be one of those really big fans, but like, I don't know, I kind of grew out of it, but I have nothing against it, like people do. So I talked to some of the people at school that had seen the midnight premiere. One person said, I expected it to be really good, and it was better than I thought. Okay, so I filmed this video like 3 days ago, and now I've seen Breaking Dawn, and I just have to talk about it real quick. This movie was so great. The ending. If you have not seen the movie, I'm just gonna talk about it for like 30 seconds, so like turn the volume down, and I'll make this face when I'm done. Okay, go ahead. I absolutely loved how they did the battle scene, so you got to see the battle, and you got to see all the mind stuff, and how it wasn't really happening, and it was just so cool, and it, like, the whole audience was like, oh, like one big unified cry of yes. The last scene with them in their little field that they go to, which I love, and then the flashbacks and how they've grown as people and couples and vampires. They're not people, just their story, and then Bella's all like, no one's ever loved anyone as much as I love you, and then 1,000 Years Part 2, that song, it goes so great with the end, and I just love how they did the credits and the music and everything, how they tied it together. It was very well done. It was pretty much perfect. It was perfect. And now I'm gonna go back to my old self. So like, anyway, the most negative friend that I have. Like, I'm not kidding. I saw The Perks of Being a Wallflower with her, and the only thing she had to say about it was that was so short, and I can't believe they took this out, and they should have left this in. She was like, yeah, it was pretty good. That translates to best movie ever. So yes, that's update on life. As for books, I have not been reading, but I know I said I was going to read The Mark of Athena in October and stuff, but that didn't happen, and I haven't read any books lately, so all of my goals for 2012 and stuff, those just aren't going to happen. I've kind of accepted that. So I'm going to try to finish The Mark of Athena by the end of November, and then early on in December I'm going to do my December book haul. Obviously there's no October or November book haul for this year. I know, it's sad, but I'm starting new, kind of. So my December book haul, I'm going to do like a December TBR, and I'm going to have kind of different categories, and like there's gonna be a theme for December. There's gonna be like New Year's and Christmas, and just it's gonna be good. I'm very excited for where I want this channel to go and where I want my life to go, kind of. I've been thinking about the future a lot, and so yeah, it's kind of just an update on like everything. I will make sure to keep you in the loop. I miss YouTubing. So I hope you haven't forgotten about me, and I will see you guys later. Maybe later on in the month, maybe not, maybe just like in December, but I will see you guys soon, and just know that I'm still here and I'm getting through it. I'm getting through life, and I hope that all of you are doing well. Let me know, because I really do care. Alright, bye guys.